Everyone, welcome back. Had some questions come in about those LLCs, and I want to dive a little bit more into that. That seems to be a pretty popular topic. And one of the questions I got was interesting. Talked about how do these LLCs generate revenue? And so this is a kind of the business model that I use a lot of times with athletes, and I think can really be used for any athlete at any level of the professional game. And that's getting an individual brand. So we know those iconic brands like the Michael Jordan Jumpman logo that is used with Nike. Usain Bolt has a great logo as well. And even Tom Brady with the TB12. These are iconic brands that not just identify who is involved, but also some products. And those are the things that we try and look at. We try and generate revenue for these players. And today it's easier than ever to capitalize on a name, image, and likeness of a professional athlete simply because it's easy to reach a very segmented group. So even if you're a backup point guard in the NBA and you don't get a lot of playing time, you're going to have fans. You just are. And so you can see that in a fan page. You can see that on your Twitter following or your Instagram following, as well as in the arenas. Every player in the NBA is selling jerseys, and so that's a good indication that it is possible. And so we work with athletes to generate a logo and then set up a really easy business plan where you're not going to have warehouses of actual items. Where instead you can drop ship an item and it's made the second somebody orders it, and it's sent directly to them. And the athlete's LLC is going to get paid on that item. Really, they just become a marketing agency for that individual athlete. And that's something that these individual iconic logos can do. I always like to see the NFL draft where players that don't go to the draft oftentimes will have their own logo on their t-shirts. They'll have it on hats. Their family will be wearing it. And then they get to own that space. They get to own the television for the 30 or 60 seconds that they're on screen. But if you're a top round pick, if you're a first round pick and you have your own logo, fans are immediately going to jump to your website to find out more about you. And if you have that logo up there ready to go, and if you use the right web designer, you can immediately place that logo in the team colors of the team that you've just been drafted. Now you can generate significant revenue just day one that is your money. To go very quickly into a bank account and generate some name recognition and fan engagement really, really quickly. And so that's one thing that we like to see is as you start to develop as a player, even as an actor, if you can have that iconic brand or a brand that people identify with you, you can certainly do that. There's a number of athletes that have done that. That are not just household names, and so take a look around here on LinkedIn. I have a couple connections that have their own logos, and it supplies an ancillary revenue stream that can be used. So thanks everybody. If you have questions, let me know, and I'm happy to cover anything else on this. Thanks.